Welcome to Modern Dolls Newcomer Orientation. My name is Patsy Moyer. I'm president of this organization, and I'll tell you just a little bit about the history of this group. It was founded in 1978 by Jean Nieswanger, who lived in Florida, and she wanted to expand her Vogue Jenny Doll Club to include other manufacturers. So she did. She slowly just started with adding other groups, and some of those were like F&B and Madame Alexander. After she stepped down, Kathy Clark took over. Kathy Clark had a wonderful, effervescent personality, and it was fun going and just having a great time at convention, regardless what went on, because it was so much fun because Kathy was there. When she stepped down, the group incorporated and we became a little more businesslike. So today, the other board members include Billy Stevens, who is our Toastmistress and is able to stand up and talk to any group, anywhere. And she does a wonderful, wonderful job. Plus, she's also a terrific auctioneer and helps with our annual charity, which benefits St. Jude's Hospital. And that is our annual runway, and we have a Little Darling fashion gala. And have an actual runway. The people walk the runway, and then we auction off the dolls. And of course, our shy, demure doll collectors have a lot of fun walking the runway. Next is Shirley Dyer, who is our treasurer and hotel liaison. She'll step down as treasurer this year, and she will continue to be our hotel liaison when we go to Louisville next year. Then Karen Shoei, and what would we do without Karen? She's wonderful, keeps us sane, legal, and answers all your many requests, and solves problems for anyone that has one. We just couldn't get along without her. Then Dodie Vaughn is the director of large this year, but she'll take over as our treasurer at the end of the year. We also couldn't get along without a number of chair people, and the first one is Mary Goodrow, who does our audio visual. Then Charles Brown, who is our webmaster. Jackie Obinsky is our creative design person. She comes up with wonderful charms for necklaces and bracelets and all sorts of little decorative things. Jill Sanders handles our sales room and has for another quite a few years. And Susan Fowler is our competitive chairperson. She has the competition room, and she has come up with some wonderful ideas that include dressing for the virus this year. This year's going to be a year to remember. We're never going to forget this year. Allison Hernandez is helping us put all these videos and reports on our online for us, and since none of us are that web savvy, it's wonderful to have her on board as well. Also is Dwayne Dwyer, is Shirley Dyer's husband, and he is our logistics person. And that means that when we need something somewhere, he's the person we ask to lend a helping hand. Our group is a little bit different from other groups because we have no dues, no regular meetings. We share information, focus on new dolls, vinyl and ball jointed dolls, and we have an annual convention. The annual convention consists of generally having meal events, and they could be either a luncheon or a dinner, sometimes a tea, Sometimes a late night pajama party. We might have a breakfast, a brunch, all of those. Some of the ones that I like best are the ice cream parties. We do also have seminars and programs, and the seminars or programs, generally an artist comes, talks about their doll, and they may offer a doll for sale, but there is no meal. This year we have Pigeon is doing a doll for us, and I love Joshua because it just seems like he's straight from Hollywood. He's so professional with the programs, and they're wonderful. So if you get a chance to see some of his past programs, be sure and look at them because he does a wonderful job as well as makes wonderful dolls. We also have the sales room, which will be open, and go see Jill if you have any questions about that. And the competition room, Susan stands by ready to help you with that. And we aren't going to have a helper room this year because we're virtual, and it's just too much to figure out how to do that. But the helper room, generally, if you've never been to Modern Doll before, is people donate items, doll-related items, and we put them out on tables with a little sack by them. We sell raffle tickets, and this is to help fund our expenses. And then on Saturday we have a drawing and draw the name out of the hat, and the only requirement is that you stand up and yell when you win some fabulous prize, that you put a ticket in there along with a couple hundred other people. We also have the Little Darling Fashion Gala, and we're not going to have that this year because we're virtual. So we will pick up again in Louisville and have the Fashion Gala there. This is our annual charity. Billy has been the auctioneer. We've raised $6,000 or more the last few years, which is really good. It's for a great cause, and we all enjoy doing it. What it does is we ask designers to make an outfit, and we put it on a Little Darling, and we buy the dolls from Diana Effner, and you just send in your outfit and we dress them. And if you come to a convention, then you get to walk the runway if you want to. If you don't want to, we have enough other people that love to do that will walk the runway for you. And we try to bid on the dolls. This is also a fun event. And I hope if you're interested in sewing and think you have a good design that you'll join. You just look at our webpage next year and you'll see information about it. We also have workshops, and one of the workshops this year is Boots by Sissy Lingle. Sissy has been a good workshop presenter. She has different things every year, and this year she's doing the boots, and they are really fun. She made some for one of my dolls, or I got the kit from her. And so if you don't attend, you can always just order a kit too. Another one that does a wonderful job is Summers Isles, and she and her daughter usually attend convention and put on a great workshop. I love it when people bring their kids, and I'm just sorry I don't have any young enough to come, or old enough grandchildren to come. One thing we have that I don't think any other convention does is we have a manufacturers forum. And this is where we have the manufacturers come in the room, they sit on chairs on the front of the room facing the audience, and we get to ask them questions about where they believe the doll industry is going, what their company does, and what trends do they see. Any question that we really want to have answered. And it's fun. They're all a great group, and it's really interesting to see how they answer and what they think are problems that arise in the industry, and how they're reacting to them. Sometimes we have dress up at convention, and I've included in this video, if Allison can get it all put together for us, is some pictures. And one of the things you see a lot of is those crazy hats. And when we went to Louisville, which is the home of the Kentucky Derby, we always had some kind of hat event, and some of the hats were just amazing. And so that is fun. Plus, if we have an event that, you know, that calls for it, or somebody wants to dress up for, we do. One year in New Orleans, we had a funeral procession, and so we had a jazz band come in and play kind of sad music, and we all marched into the auditorium, or the room, to the sound of the jazz band playing. It was fun. It was wonderful. But the first of it, I'm sure everybody was looking at us, because the rest of us were happy, but the first group was all dressed in black and carrying tissue to indicate how sad they were over the funeral procession. It was fun. I remember one year we dressed up as Flapper era, and I had a red sequined and fringed dress that I'm sure looked crazy on a little grandma. But it was fun. But I'll never forget, one that I'll never forget is Allison at one of our costume things, where she dressed up in a green alligator outfit and painted her face green. That was hilarious. We are going to have door prizes, and we will draw names, so be sure and sign in if you're attending our virtual, so we know that you're coming, and we will draw from those names that have signed in, and we'll probably send either $10 credit for next year's raffle tickets, or $10 to be used this year in our Modern Doll sales table in the sales room. So look for those if something shows up in your email. My favorite doll changes. I'm a very fickle doll collector. When I was a little kid, I loved Didi dolls, because wasn't it wonderful that you had a doll that you could feed a bottle to and it wet? And that just seemed wonderful to me. I also loved the dolls with sleep eyes, but I can remember poking my finger at those eyes, and I would poke and poke and poke. I wanted to find out if that was a real doll, because after all, it did have sleep eyes, and some of them could take a bottle and wet their pants. At any rate, I was not good with dolls. I had a lot of sightless ones. But today, in today's world, my favorite doll comes with me everywhere. She's not this little small travel doll that I've had for years. She's a big 19-inch doll. And she is Stella, and she's right here, sitting on my desk. And Stella is 19-inch resin doll by Connie Lowe of Marble Dolls. And Stella has been my buddy for quite a while now. So we have a great time. I love her. Hopefully she loves me. And all my family know Stella and know Grandma is just a little bit nuts about this doll. You know, it's not about dolls. It is about dolls, but it's not about dolls. What convention is about is getting together with all your old friends, seeing them, sharing this love of dolls that we all have, and really enjoying yourself. Going into that sales room to get the accessories or whatever you need for the latest doll that you just got at some event, and you just found out that you cannot live with unless this doll has something or the other that previously never crossed your mind. But we do invite you to come to our regular convention next year in Louisville, Kentucky. I think the theme is going to be Moonlight and Roses, and we're going to have a wonderful time. And you might be thinking about hats, because I'm sure some of those crazy hats are going to show up again. Hope to see you then. Thank you.